Case study Problems with Milk Intake by Joshua He, Mary Keener, Ben Shrimplin, and Holly Time.
And here's the case. Mashia is a 90 years old African American female who recently read about the health benefit of the calcium, and she decided to increase the intake of dairy product. So when she drank a cup of 1% milk, but not for a very long time, she experienced a series of very discomfortable symptoms like the bloating, cramping, and the increased gas production. And she suspected that she got some serious problem with the milk intake because her parents and her sister have complained to her the same problem previously, and she wanted to determine that if there are other milk products it will cause the same discomforts. So the next day she substituted a cup of yogurt instead of the milk. However, consuming the yogurt did not cause any pain to her.
Our concerns with this were mainly that she experienced the bloating, the cramping, and the gas, and she suspected the culprit to be the milk. And also, her parents and her sister have the same problem.
We believe that she was sensitive to milk based on her family history and her bloating, cramping, and gas production, which was addressed in the last slide.
The component of milk causing the problem. Lactose intolerance occurs when your small intestine doesn't produce enough of an enzyme to digest milk sugar. Normally, lactase turns milk sugar into two simple sugars, which are glucose and galactose, which are absorbed into the bloodstream throughout the intestinal lining.
And this lactose will cause intestinal discomforts in some special individuals. It's because our body cannot directly absorb this kind of sugar. It will need some special enzyme inside our body to help us to absorb them. So the reasons to cause the discomfort is because of the deficient production of the enzyme lactase impairs the digestion and breakdown of lactose.
The name of this condition would be lactose intolerance.
So, the people most likely to experience this condition are actually Asian Americans, African Americans, and Mexican Americans. These individuals can consume moderate amounts of dairy without adverse effects. But you drink too much, eat too much, it causes issues.
Now, why did the yogurt not affect me the same as the milk? Well, people with lactose intolerant often find yogurt much easier to digest than milk. This is because yogurt contains live bacteria that can help break down lactose, so the body has less process on its own. Also, the yogurt helps lactose maldigestion meet the calcium needs.
So, people with lactose intolerance can probably drink up to about a cup of milk without any side effects, but there's always going to be a bit of a risk posed with drinking milk with lactose intolerance. It's very hit or miss.
There are also other products on the market that can replace regular milk or alleviate symptoms for individuals with these symptoms. For the group of who are suffering the lactose intolerance, they can choose the milk that come from plants or fruits, such as the oat milk, coconut, almond, soy, rice, hazelnut milk, and so on, because they are all low in saturated fat and lactose free. And besides, they are a good source of protein, calcium.
And other foods that Misha can include in her diet to supply calcium, potassium, vitamin A, and vitamin D that are typically in cow's milk. She can use lots of supplements, almonds, orange juice, and leafy greens. These are all foods that she can use, and we found these all on the Harvard website. Why do some individuals have trouble tolerating milk products during or immediately after an intestinal viral infection? If an individual has a viral infection or other intestinal disease like diarrhea, it can result in a temporary condition called secondary lactose maldigestion. These results are similar to symptoms that are in primary lactose maldigestion or congenital lactase deficiency. This was on page 136 of the textbook. primary lactose maldigestion and congenital lactase deficiency. Congenital lactase deficiency is from birth, it's congenital. And then the primary lactose maldigestion is just having it all the time, aka being lactose intolerant, where secondary lactose maldigestion is when you have a viral infection or intestinal disease that also causes you to not take in lactose very well.
Conclusion. Miesha is lactose intolerant. She can switch to non-lactose milk to solve her issues and consume less dairy and take calcium supplements to help for the lack of calcium in her diet.
Drink more milk. Peace out.